Hey everybody, Wayne here, aka Squirrel Madness Comics, back with another video. Should be hopefully a short one. Um, I did this video already once before, but I had a sneezing fit just before I did it, and so I ended up sniffling a lot through the whole thing. It was really aggravating, so I decided to redo the entire video. So as you guys know, I like to go to auctions and look at auctions, and back in pre uh, days of the pre-global bastard, I used to go to physical auctions, and hopefully will again someday. But I do a lot of online auctions, not eBay, but like auction houses, uh, general auctions. We have comic lots, that kind of thing. And one of the other places I go to is Max Sold, and see if there's any comics kind of within driving distance. And there actually was an auction in Ajax where I live, and there was numerous lots of comics in it, but I ended up picking up 4 lots. But the 4 lots together ended up being like probably over 300 books. I ended up, uh, I took a, I wasn't sure how many books there were because the bundles looked high, and you kind of didn't know what was in all the bundles. They would just say titles, but you see a stack. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what I'm getting. But I sometimes you could see they taped lists to what was on it. You can see numbers, so you can kind of go, oh, I think I know what's in this bundle. I think I know that book. That's a key or whatever. So I walked up to the door with a short box, and the woman was like, "You're gonna need a bigger box." So I went back to the car because I brought a long box just in case. She's like, "Oh, that should work." Well, I ended up actually getting the long box and the short box. That gives you an idea of how many books we're talking. So anyway, out of it all, a lot of dollar books, a lot of books that independence, things I don't know. Like, I mean really independent. I don't mean like Boom Studios independent. I mean I've never heard of this company independent. With books like Rune, Shotgun Mary, things I don't know, to be truthful with you. But Left Behind, the Christian novels about the rapture, uh, famously made into a movie starring Nicolas Cage. There's the comic book adaptations of that in there too. So if anyone wants them, hit me up in the comments. I'm happy to pass them off. Anyway, so that being said, out of everything, there was some really cool stuff. There was almost an entire run of the second volume of Ghostwriter. So I pulled out some of the keys. Again, there's a lot in there, and all of the books are in really, really decent shape, considering. I'd say 9.4s, 9.6s, some 9.8s. Not too bad at all, to be honest. If I choose to get them graded, or even if I just either keep some and sell the rest raw, they're not too bad. So, Ghostwriter. I have to be careful of my ring light. I get a bit of glare. Ghostwriter 1. Second print of Ghostwriter 15, the glow-in-the-dark cover. Of course, First Midnight Suns, Ghostwriter 28. And 2 copies of Ghostwriter 31, which I'm not 100% sure. I think this is where kind of they sort of the final formation of the Midnight Suns occurs. So that's kind of cool. I actually have a lot of 28s and a lot of 31s, like a lot. And I will probably do a video upcoming when I'm going to send in a batch of stuff to CGC just to share what I'm sending in. 2 copies of Ghostwriter and Blaze Spirits of Vengeance #1. Not that they're worth a lot, but it's kind of cool, and they're still in their original poly bag. Just a kind of a one-off, interesting Felicia Hardy Black Cat one. You know, it's kind of cool that it was in there. They had a really banger collection of Wolverine, the long series that ran from the late 80s onwards. Now, it didn't have the early books, so 1 through 74, not there. 75 to 175, not everything, but a lot of them. Couple of keys missing, but there were a few really cool books in there, so I wanted to show what they had. So the coolest one for me was the banger iconic cover for number 88. This is in great condition, and that was in there. The silver foil 100 and the 25th anniversary Wolverine 145. He actually had 2 copies. The regular edition of it, direct regular edition, and the silver foil claws version of it as well. So that was in there. And again, most of them going up to 175. So that was pretty awesome. And they're all in really great shape. One thing I do not know a lot about is Star Wars comics. I was always a Trek guy, I admit it. Star Wars, it was okay. Like, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Although The Mandalorian, it kicked ass, so that really helps. But generally speaking, you know, I knew the original movies, episodes 4, 5, and 6, and that's kind of where it went. And twice I fell asleep during Return of the Jedi because I hate Ewoks. Okay, have at me in the comments. Anyway, one of the sets they had in this was the full run of Episode 1 Phantom Menace with the photo variant covers. That was in there. A couple of like, not major, like, mini-series around the origins of the Sith were in there. With the announcement of Boba Fett, the Book of Boba Fett on Disney Plus, this is really cool that this was in here. Boba Fett Twin Engines of Destruction. This one, I was surprised. I've seen a couple of these show up for sale. I was kind of looking at sales data. And this goes for a few hundred. I don't know if it's still a valid price or it's kind of... there's not a lot of sales data to go by, but Star Wars Tales number 9, Vader versus Maul, the brawl to settle all, with the photo variant cover. So this is actually really cool. So, at least I think it's cool, anyway. And this mini-series, all 6 issues, and again, I don't know about value, it's kind of funky. So, Crimson Empire, the full run of Crimson Empire. Now, there's not a lot of these on the census. There was a sale last month of this first book, signed in a 9.6, signed by, I don't know if it was the artist or the writer, to be honest. And it went for like 63 bucks. But this is the thing. People overestimate the value of books. They try to think they're going to get a ton of money for them. So it kind of skews things. There's one on eBay right now for like 500 bucks US. There's 2 on my comic shop. One's $4.99, the other one's $9.99. $900, not $9.99. And I'm like, I can't see it being a $1,000 book. I can't see it being a $500 book. If it's a 9.8, which it might be, I don't know, we'll see. So and even the other ones were showing up in there for like a few $100, 9.8s, and I'm thinking that's really overpriced. But I might get the first one graded, depending. I'll have to take another look at it. We'll see. Just a few more books, but really cool kind of things that just you don't expect to find in this collection. So the first 3 issues of Aliens vs. Predator, which was kind of cool. Only one issue number 1. But okay, sure. Frank Miller's 300, issue 1. Again, I think it's in definitely near mint condition. If it's not a 9.6, it might be 9.8. It's really beautiful. And I'm like, it just sort of sticks out like a sore thumb in a weird way. And the last book I wanted to share because it's an awesome cover. It's an awesome book. I love it. Like, I'm probably gonna get it graded. It's in beautiful condition, and I may sell it or I may keep it, actually. Betty Page Comics 1. This, I believe, is the first comic Betty Page kind of sanctioned and was licensed through her. And again, it's got that beautiful retro cover, although incredibly racist as well. So let's not go there. But also that sort of neo good girl thing that so many collectors crave. So it's a beautiful condition book. I'm really happy with it. Those are kind of the key books that kind of came out of the collection. It's not too bad, like I said, and even the dollar books are, they're in great condition. So even if I sell them for 50 cents a piece and get them out of here, that's great. And some of the Wolverine books, I mean, $5 a pop even. I have to fill in somebody's collection. So I guess that begs the question, how much did I actually pay for these 300 odd books with these keys or semi-keys in there? I paid, with tax, not counting the fact that I drove 10 minutes to get it, $175 Canadian. So, I think, and please feel free to comment below and tell me what you think, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm pretty proud and pretty happy with this selection. Anyway, that is everything I wanted to share. I just was really happy with this pickup. So by all means, please give me a thumbs up down below. Hit the subscribe button if this is your first time watching one of my videos. I do a lot of unboxings and talk about things I'm sending to CGC. I'm hoping to expand in the next while to have more general discussions about comics. And leave a comment below and tell your friends, and I'd love to grow the channel. Thank you very much for your time. I truly appreciate it. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch my videos and takes time to comment below. It really means a lot, and I do my very best to respond back to you. So thank you so much. Have a great night.